what were the stereotypes about Asian women that really maybe bothered you, or kind of like you just felt like, oh, here we go again, like stereotyping me? And because I have a couple of my own, so which I will say after I hear what your answer is. But did that ever get to you, or did that ever cross your mind?
I'm not a big feminist. I'm not a big finding reasons to get upset. Like, in fact, I feel like all the stereotypes actually work to my advantage. Like, oh, we're good at math. Okay, then I say I'm good at math and people believe me, or they let me be the scorekeeper. So there's a lot of things that actually work to my advantage. Like they say Asian women are cute, Asian women are hot. Okay, so I should live up to that standard and be hot or be cute or be considerate or be kind. And I just think throughout the years, it's hasn't worked to my disadvantage. Like, did I date Asian men and Caucasian men? Yes, of course. It didn't bother me. Like, it actually didn't bother me that I dated a short Asian guy. Like, he was 5'6", I'm 5'6". I didn't have an issue with that. It's only in America that makes that a big deal. Like,
Yes, correct.
I met him
True.
in Hong Kong and he was 5'6". He was an American guy, but it didn't bother me that he was my height. Like, why would it bother me that he's my height if I was trying to audition him to be a good husband or a good father to my kids? Like, height has nothing to do with it.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started on height. That is like in the matchmaking world, in the dating world, it's like, oh my God, these girls get way too hung up on height. We are always talking about that, in the matchmaking world. It's like, ladies, do yourself a favor. Only like 15% or less of men in America are 6 feet tall or more. So stop the madness with trying to be 5 feet and saying, I need a 6'5" guy or a 6'4" guy or a 6 feet tall guy. It's like, when you fall in love, the height, you're going to get over that. So yeah, I agree on that. But like one of the stereotypes, you're right. It has definitely worked to my advantage in business, in dating for the most part. Like we're automatically thought of as smart. We're automatically thought of as honest. Like you're probably not going to think that, an Asian woman walking down the street just stole your car or stole, money from you or cheated you. And, we do age pretty well. So we've got that going on. And so, yes, it does work to our advantage. But one of the stereotypes that always bothered me is like, oh, Japanese women, and I don't even know, like, tell me what your experience with this is. Like, Japanese women are very sexual. And so a guy will say like, "Oh, I love Japanese women," and then I'll say, "Oh, why?" It's like, "Oh, they're just so sexual and sensual." And I'm not saying that that's not true, but that can go across any ethnicity. But they always will say Japanese women. So I don't know if you've ever heard that. Have you heard that stereotype, or have you ever had any
Uh,
clients say
no,
that?
no, only because probably I'm Chinese, so they don't really tell me that stereotype to make me jealous. But how great is it to be known as being very sexual and very sophisticated in that way and be progressive sexuality wise. But I hear like the Latina women, I mean, they get categorized as, ooh, hot Latina. They must be hot in bed. And it's like,